Hi there, my name is Matthew Gorley. I'm with Renovation SEO. We are a digital marketing agency that specializes in renovation and remodeling companies in Canada and the US. Canadian-based company, hence the emphasis on the keyword renovation, but we have helped hundreds of other renovation and remodeling companies all over the Great White North here in the United States grow their businesses. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about a number of things, primarily about how to grow your business and what is working today in the digital marketing landscape, and really how you can kind of take over and grow your business. So we're going to get started right away here, but basically what I want to talk to you guys about, and we're going to go on the cursor on the screen here, is that we ended up actually starting out as a generalist agency where we're kind of doing a little bit of everything for everybody. We started out as Guerrilla Digital back in 2017. But we did notice that we were actually really talented in a specific niche, as we were getting really good results, specifically for our renovation, bathroom remodeling, kitchen remodeling, basement remodeling clients, right? We decided that we were going to actually build a company off of it and take all of our best efforts, all of our best resources, everything that we do, and really push into that market so that we could keep you guys ahead of the competitive pace when it came to cutting edge technology and growing your business the right way in that market. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about marketing in a nutshell, and the psychology, the fundamentals, the eternal principles of marketing that really go into growing your business. And this is where we're going to start to help you start generating more leads, more revenues, and more sales. Now, I want to talk to you about the marketing hourglass. I can't take credit for this graphic. It belongs to a man named John Jantz, who owns Duct Tape Marketing. And effectively, what he ended up realizing was that everybody goes through the same buying patterns when it comes to content work and creation. So everybody goes through the same process of know, like, trust, try, buy, repeat, refer. They have to know who you are. They have to like who you are. They have to trust what it is you're selling before they even try it in the first place. They're going to dip their toes into the water just a little bit, and then they're going to buy what you have to offer and repeat and refer. The problem is that a lot of business owners try walking, it's like, walking into a bar, walking up to the first pretty guy or girl you end up seeing, and asking them to buy right away. That's the equivalent of walking into a bar and saying, hey, will you marry me? No, you got to wine and dine your customers. You got to warm them up. You got to build them up through a variety of different mediums and resources. So in this case, you got to know who and how, ads, referrals, networking, those kinds of things, like your website, blog content, social media, trust, search engine optimization, website, webinars, marketing materials, white papers, try, workshops, evaluations, demo, and it goes on and on and on and on. Now, to prove this to you guys, there are some very famous loss leaders available in the marketplace today. $1 drink days or 99-cent cheeseburgers at McDonald's. We all know and remember what that was. In 99-cent cheeseburgers on average, McDonald's was losing about 13 cents for every cheeseburger they sold. But the reason why it was like, would you like fries and a drink with that, is because they would end up selling the fries and a drink for an extra $1, right? And the thing is that the fries and drink would only a cup ended up costing them like 4.5 cents. And then the drink itself ended up costing them less than a penny. The fries, because potatoes are cost effective, it was super cheap, and that became their effective loss leader. Amazon actually does something very similar, and they've done something very similar for a number of years. So for example, I saw a deal where they were selling sound bars for $99 when they were originally $299. The whole purpose of this is because they know that the average cart value is going to grow when you end up going in there. You're not going to Amazon to just buy a $99 soundbar. You're going to end up buying more stuff for your house, and they already know this. The little city that we ended up founding ourselves in Medicine Hat, one of their famous loss leaders is the $5 steak sandwich. They lose money in that steak sandwich all day long, but the thing is that they ended up making money off of the back end of their alcohol, their drinks, everything along those lines. Coming up the loss leaders is going to be super important because it's going to create the try portion of this funnel, right? And that's really where we want to focus. So when we end up looking at it, again, this is a concept of the ClickFunnels company. They ended up actually doing a lot of these drawings here. I just really love them because they simply explain concept marketing processes. Is we got to figure out who our customers are, right? The great trade secret is, and then we got to figure out where they are. Back in the day, it used to be newspaper, print, yellow pages, TV, radio. These days, it's Google, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and a variety of sources on the internet nowadays. And then we got to figure out the right bait to actually pull them out of that pond so that we can create the result that we want to create within our own business. And what we end up doing is we end up sending them up what we call as a value ladder. So we got to bait our customers out of the pond that they're sitting in. So in this case, it might be Google. Send an advertisement into the Google ad network, the Google pay-per-click network, or do search engine optimization, and offer clients a piece of bait that ultimately ends up sending them up the value ladder so that we can sell them more and more and more stuff. Our job is to talk to you about growing your business that way, right? We want to obviously increase our price as we're going up in value with our products and services, but a lot of business owners even have a hard time finding the opportunity to bait clients into the pool in the first place, and that's really where we want to work with you. Now, coming up with that bait to figure out exactly how we're going to grow your business, that's totally on us when it comes to a call with you guys in regards to consulting with you there. But you guys already probably have the majority of this, right? So a lot of the times people will go in and, you're doing a renovation or a remodeling install, for example. You want to do an island, right? You're going to look around that kitchen, you're going to look around that house and, maybe suggest some things to that business owner after they've called your company up and say, hey, maybe you want to do your countertops as well. I've noticed that your cabinets need resurfacing or refinishing. Maybe you want to do that as well. And then before you know it, you guys know as well as I do, like I remember the first renovation I ever did on my house. I changed I cut a hole in a wooden door, in a cat door, and then I was like, well, that looks ugly without trim around. And then I put trim around it, and I couldn't find the original trim that matched the rest of my kitchen. And of course, I had to change all of the trim, which means I had to change all of the paint because the paint didn't work with the flooring. I changed the flooring because the flooring didn't work with the cabinets. I changed the cabinets. I totally went reverse on that. And then I realized I was like, crap, what have I done? Now I've got to redo my entire kitchen, right? And a lot of the times we see this in full house remodeling or full house renovations, right? Clients will come in, they'll want you to change maybe one thing, do a small bathroom, and then before you know it, you're doing their whole house for them, raising that property value, right? Now, when we end up looking at these things, we want to do what we're called key performance indicators in business, right? Now, it's a very simple mathematical concept. We want to go leads multiplied by conversions equals your customers, multiplied by your average dollar sale, multiplied by the lifetime value of your customer equals your revenue, multiplied by your margin equals your profit. Now, if we end up doing that exact example, for example, we get you guys 10 leads a month, we multiply that by a 30% conversion rate, and we're going low at 30% over the phone. People are calling you 10 times in a given month. You're going to get 3 customers out of that. Out of 3 customers, you're going to get a $750 average dollar sale. You multiply that by 3 times. That's the number of customers who are going to buy off you in their lifetime. Maybe they don't end up buying, that kitchen remodeling package or that basement remodeling package, but they're going to buy something off of you later on down the line. We've come to discover that in the renovation and remodeling industry, that's about 3 times. Of course, kitchen, bathroom, basement, right? Those are the big 3 at the end of the day when it comes to the remodeling industry. But then you end up getting the $6,750 lifetime revenue of your customers inside of your marketing channel. Multiply that by your appropriate profit margins, you're making $4,050 in profit. So the thing is that we've got to figure out a system, a recurring way to generate more and more leads for your business every single month so that you even have the opportunity to convert. Because when it comes to fulfillment and making customers happy, we've found that clients are often really good at this, or business owners are really good at this. This side of things is making their customers happy and bringing them something beautiful. But realistically, it still creates this system where they have to do the marketing, they have to bring in more customers. And we've created a system for exactly that. So your marketing vehicle should be something that you're paying attention to. And the reason why I call it your marketing vehicle is because we want to basically turn your website into a car, right? Your website has to take your customers from point A to point B, with the goal being, they're going down the funnel, or they're becoming a lead, they're filling out a form or request for quote, maybe they're doing email capture, or they're calling your business directly, right? And how we fuel that car is through, Instagram, like social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. We're doing search engine optimization, getting your website ranked higher inside of Google. We're doing Facebook organic management. We're doing Facebook ads for you, Google pay-per-click ads, Facebook artificial intelligence chatbot. There's LinkedIn organic management. There's really 100 different ways to fuel your website. And then how you maintain that website. Let's say somebody opts in for a free coupon or a free white paper or something that they want to use later on down the line. what we're going to end up noticing is that through this email setup, these emails, as we can nurture them further and further down and be top of mind when it comes to the customers buying again, right? And it's super important that if we go back here, that we end up doing something that's following up with your customers in regards to email marketing, so that you're top of mind, so that we can keep getting that recurring revenue when they want to buy off of you guys again. So how do we influence digital marketing, right? If we go back to the lead funnel inside of here, that know, like, trust, try, buy, repeat, refer, we end up taking a look at this, right, where somebody is like know, like, trust, try, buy, repeat, refer. Essentially, we want to look at, okay, well, how do we generate more visitors to your website? And we can do that through social media. We can do that through content marketing. We can do that through on-page optimization and ensuring that your website is talking effectively to Google, doing local directories, managing your Google business, My Business, getting accurate in-app listings, and doing pay-per-click advertisement, managing ad copy, bid copy, everything along those lines, so that we can get more visitors to your website and ultimately have your site, through site redesign and landing page development, convert those customers into exactly what we talked about over here, which is a funnel, lead form, email capture. And you have to be very careful and very articulate in how you build that website, because a lot of websites aren't built correctly for conversions. And ultimately, what we end up doing from there is we end up going into email marketing, reputation management, reviews, and social media, right? Because once they've already become your customer, they're already on your social media account, then you can just keep reintegrating them back in your funnel to ultimately buy more off of you, increase that lifetime value, increase the revenue earned, drop your marketing spend when it comes to acquiring new customers, right? Because the best customer database on the planet is the customers that you already have. If you do not have a customer relationship manager, I'm going to encourage you to get one, because seriously, remarketing to your customers is going to be so powerful. Now, I want to talk about a deep dive into a website, right? And what it's going to take to get a website to generate more leads and business for your company, for your remodeling and renovation company. The first thing we need to look at is actually starting with your website, right? So we want to do pages for each of your service. So in this case, it's going to be kitchen renovations, remodeling, bathroom renovations, remodeling, basement renovations, remodeling, remodeling or renovation contractors, renovation plus your city, right? And then we want to do independent pages developed for each of the cities or areas that you're going to end up serving. So for those of you that are living in cities of 1 million or more, I'll use, being that I'm Canadian, I'll use Toronto, for example. You have many different suburbs inside of the Toronto area that you can physically market to when it comes to actually growing your business, and building a landing page specifically for those suburbs is going to be important. And even if you're in, like, I'm in a city of 80,000 people, for example. Yes, I've grown a large agency, a large remodeling agency here in Medicine Hat, Alberta, a city of 80,000 people. Just so you have proof, a city of 80,000 people, I grew a very successful digital marketing agency. And there are still little towns. There's like Dunmore and Coaldale and Colehurst and Bow Island and little towns outside of this city that we're in that allow me to create these landing pages for that, right? And then ensuring that you have proper on-page optimization is going to be vital to the success of your website. So we want to make sure that those web pages are actually talking to Google. You have unique content. You have your proper H1 tags or your proper Google site infrastructure. You have your proper title tags feeding all of that information, and then a strong conversion element on the page to generate leads, whether that's a coupon, an offer, an incentive, a quote, something that's going to get them to call your business or become a lead off of your website. Now, most renovation and remodeling websites that we've ended up working with are typically about 3 to 5 pages long is where we typically see them to start. And they usually have like renovations or remodeling and then services, and they'll be like, maybe they'll talk about the basement remodeling or the bathroom remodeling or whatever the case is on that one page, and then they have an about us, a contact us section. But the thing is that they're missing critical keyword elements needed for search engine performance, right? So they're missing those elements that you need to actually effectively grow your business. And it's not focused or architecturally developed to focus on the things that matter to Google, to your clients, and ultimately you guys end up paying for ads that don't end up generating you leads. It doesn't end up making any sense, right? Now, talking to you about the keywords that go into that, right? We want to make sure that those service pages are built effectively around, I'm just going to readjust myself, are built effectively around the most commonly searched keywords that go into renovation or remodeling, right? And a lot of these things, now this is our Canadian side of things, but anywhere it says renovator, maybe you replace it with remodeling. A lot of the time too, renovations is a completely underutilized keyword, especially in the United States. I've surprised a few clients that they're like, oh, hey, just an FYI, that you're still getting like 1,200 clicks in this suburb for renovations. Did you know that? Oh, I had no idea, right? Just because it's not a commonly used term in the US all the time, but it is extremely commonly used when it comes to the Canadian market. So we use those interchangeably. But when we end up looking at these keywords, we want to make sure that it's like, your city. So we're going to use Houston, for example. Houston plus renovations, Houston plus home renovations, Houston plus renos, Houston plus reno, Houston plus bathrooms, renovation loans, ideas, small bathrooms, small kitchens. We've done all of the research already for you to determine exactly which keywords are most commonly searched and what you need to do, or what you should be writing pages on, or what we should be writing pages on for you in order to effectively grow your business. And here's that list inside of here. As a matter of fact, we've been so thorough that we ended up actually coming out with 2 different pages for it. And like I said, this can technically be 4 pages if we really want to get into the nitty-gritty and really add that remodeling keyword to it as well. It's something that we look at, it's something that we know, but we already know, there's remodeling technicians and remodeling quotes and remodeling on a budget, right? Maybe we create content surrounding that so that we can ultimately help attract your visitors to your websites for you. There's already a lot of work inside of here. So feel free to pause this video and take a look at these pages here so that you can start looking at your site and thinking, oh, okay, that's how I have to design my website, or that's how I have to design those pages, right? Because the thing is that when we look again at a typical renovation website, we see home, services, about us, coupons, and contact. What needs to be done is it needs to be home, services, about us, contact us, service areas, and then we need sub-pages for each one of those, right? So it might be remodeling, bathroom remodeling, kitchen remodeling, fences, windows, decks, etc. Inside of the services drop down, but then we need sub-pages for each one of the cities served. So you got subsidy 1 plus remodeling renovation, subsidy 2 plus remodeling renovation, so that you can actually go out and build that. So if I'm thinking like Calgary, Alberta, and Canada, here is another one of our clients. We ended up doing Bassano remodel, or Bassano renovation, and Okotoks renovation, and a few of these situations that effectively help grow these businesses in a way that's going to make sense to Google, it's going to make sense to your clients, it's going to draw them in, it's going to attract visitors, and ultimately put them on the landing page that converts them into a quote or a phone call for your business. Now, we want to make sure that your website is actually built for conversions as well. This is super, super vital to the success of your overall strategy, right? So what does a website even built for conversions really, really mean at the end of the day? What it means is that your phone number is immediately and readily available on the contact page and for contact. A lot of the times people will put it inside of a contact section, they'll kind of hide it away, and then they wonder why they never get any phone calls from their website. Well, I'll tell you why. It's because it's buried inside of your contact page. It's not on your home page. It's not the top right-hand corner of your site. It's not where it needs to be in order to grow your business effectively. Web forms where your customers can request/receive a quote. Going straight to your inbox, generating those leads right out of the gate, growing your business that way. Links to your social media profiles, are those readily available, or are those readily seen? And then your company name, address, phone number on top of every single page, right? What we want to make sure is that we have your name, address, phone number on top of every page, and that it's present in everything that they go through, so that when they're actually researching you, you're always top of mind. Personality, real photos, real videos of your company, your equipment. You'll even notice on this site that we have videos and photos of myself, my team. You're watching me on this. Like, I'm not afraid to get in front of the camera, and neither should you, right? A lot of people take a nice photo of their trucks or maybe some of the renovation jobs they've done, and they don't put themselves front and center. People like to see business owners. It has a higher conversion value when we can end up actually seeing your face, end up seeing who you are. A clear explanation as to why they should be choosing your company is also going to be very vital, very important. Giving them that unique selling proposition that really is going to help them grow confidence in what you're able to do for them. And then finally, a special offer and incentive to lead opt-ins to grow your business. Now more than ever, though, we are noticing that about 83 to 85% of visitors are coming off of mobile index sites as well, right? It has to be ready for mobile first indexing. It has to be mobile friendly. It has to be built in there. So what do we do from there? Now that we've got your site ready, it's ready for conversions, we've figured out all of your keywords, everything's ready to rock and roll. Now we move into search engine optimization. Search engine optimization, or basically winning with search engine optimization, is going to be valuable to analyzing the website itself and getting your website talking to Google so that you guys can actually slowly climb those rankings and take advantage of the traffic that exists within Google Maps and take advantage of the traffic that exists within the organic listings. So what we want to do is we want to first look at your website and evaluate it, right? Most of the time we work with business owners and it's a total fail. Like, they've done absolutely nothing right when it comes to the web development, when it comes to actually getting their Google strategy going, ready to rock and roll, and ensuring that we've actually, analyzed exactly where their keywords are, right? So a lot of the time it'll be like kitchen remodeling, bathroom remodeling, home renovations. I'm going to mix up those two examples. And maybe, the number one ranking site is something completely different than what's on the actual page. Maybe they're ranked 15th, 17th, 7th, not even in the top 30. And you know what? You can get a tremendous amount of volume out of this if you just analyze it correctly and figure out where it's going. But you've got to build your pages so that it actually talks to Google. So explaining that is that we have to optimize your key pages with actual keywords. So in this case, if we end up doing the service, a page has to be dedicated to remodeling or bathroom remodeling Houston, bathroom remodeling Dallas, bathroom remodeling New York, bathroom remodeling Los Angeles, right? Some of the larger cities that have these areas that are being served, and making sure that your website is perfectly optimized with uniquely valuable content that a bot can actually go there and crawl the web page. A Google bot can go in there and crawl the web page and recognize what your site is, and basically building it so that page can be shared, right? So that you can have those social links, so that it is keyword targeted, that you have your meta descriptions, that all of the keyword pools are coming together to enhance essentially the page title. So in this case, commercial construction safety, quality commercial construction in Arizona, right? A lot of the times in Arizona, we've noticed that a lot of construction gets searched up instead of remodeling and renovation. So we have to look into all of those keywords too and figure out exactly what's getting you the volume that you're going to need to actually build that website for you, and make sure it's having a look. And then from there, how it works is that we have to actually go and build the popularity index inside of your website. Now, it's called domain authority, which will give you position authority. But basically, domain authority is one of the ranking factors that goes into your site that tells Google that this site can be trusted, right? How we end up doing that is we end up going into the marketplace, and maybe you're managing your Facebook, Twitter, your Instagram, right? You're getting guest posts, online reviews. All of your directory listings are very consistent. You're doing infographics, you're doing social bookmarking, press releases, blogs. And then what we end up doing is we can end up going to a bunch of other guest bloggers in the marketplace to be able to post this information, to be able to post this work and say, hey, we've got this really great concept. Will you host this on your website and send us a link, right? So I want you to think about backlinks as the king and queen of prom. Effectively, what that means is that the person with the most votes wins. But the thing is with Google is that not all votes are created equal. If my agency was to get a vote from a mom and pop fish shop that had a really high spam score on Google, that might actually hurt my website, might actually hurt my domain authority, might actually hurt my rankings. Whereas if I got from entrepreneur.com, for example, or Forbes or Huffington Post, that would be a really incredible resource for my business to actually have on my website. Now, ultimately, my goal is to get links, to get your website to have the highest quality backlinks and to have the most backlinks, because the website with the most and highest quality backlinks is the website that wins position. It's the website that wins its rankings. It's the website that wins what it needs to win in order to get the job done effectively, right? Now, if we move on from there, we got to look at dominating the Google Map Pack, right? Because everything that we've talked about when it comes to backlinks is for the organic listing side of growing your business. Now, if we're going to go from there, we've got to talk about dominating the Google My Business Map Pack, right? And what we need to do in order to rank you inside of the top 3 spots for the Google My Business stack, right? What we want to do is we want to figure out exactly what we can do to influence customers finding you. And how we do that is we get you into the top 3 spots. So I'm going to use Calgary, Alberta, for example. This is a Canadian-based area. So we got Reborn Renovations, Ultimate Homes and Renovations, and Vision Custom Renovations, right? I told you renovations is a big deal when it comes to this sort of thing in Canada. But basically, Reborn Renovations, not always is it that the person with the most reviews wins, right? So what the heck is going on? If that's the case, like these guys don't have the most reviews. Ultimate Home Renovations has the most reviews, but these guys have a lot less reviews, about 9 actually less reviews. Maybe their rating factor is going to be an example, but it's actually not the most important factor. Quality of reviews, where the reviews are coming from, how often the reviews are being captured, whether or not those reviews are being directed back to your website and your landing page, and Google's being able to pair up your reviews to the actual landing page in and of itself. There are so many factors that go into that play into that when it comes to growing your rankings on your website, that you've got to pay attention to what's going on there. Now, the thing is that how do we influence customers who are finding you, right? We got to figure out exactly, okay, what we got to work with when it comes to the trends in the market today as well. Maybe we're writing articles or building your website for voice search, GPS, Siri, Alexa, personal devices. All of these are going to be ranking factors when it comes to that Google Map pack. Even if you talk to Alexa and it's like, hey, Alexa, find me the best remodeling companies in Houston, what she's going to do is she's going to go into that map pack and she's going to give you the top 3 results, right? Most of the time, she might even give you the top 1. Google, the little Google boxes, they're definitely going to give you the top 3 results when it comes to that. And figuring out how you're going to do that is really what you need to be focusing on when it comes to growing your business and getting that strategy going. Now, what we want to do ultimately when we're growing your Google My Business is we want to actually do more calls, driving directions, website links, informational content and answers, search queries that actually go onto your Google My Business platform. Google's actually greatly expanded the options within each one of these profiles, and we're going to be here to manage that profile, right? They've included posts, they've included offers, they've included promotions, they've included all sorts of things that are ultimately going to allow you to grow this position, grow this spot inside of Google so that you can start dominating the market that way as well. And we want to make sure that we're managing that profile effectively because, again, as you can see, it's not the person with the most reviews that always wins. Oftentimes it's the person that's just posting on a regular basis, or it's the person that has the best citation campaigns, or it's the person that has the most consistent nav features, right? It's not all down to reviews. You got to actually be active with inside of that. Now, how do you win local search is basically by creating local reach, right? So we got to build you a network from multiple different directories as well. Not only do we got to manage it, we got to generate more reviews for you, do some reputation management, but we got to make sure that your Google My Business listing is keyword-rich descriptions, has complete categories, has geotagging images, you have news posts, product posts, coupons, offers, the Google custom My Maps, you embed a map of the business site, you post an alternate properties, you have multiple data points inside of the My Maps function, right? Making sure that you have consistent name, address, phone number protocols, making sure that you're registered with a bunch of different directories, right? And that's the citation networks, right? We want to make sure that we're going out to the citation networks and saying, hey, Google's at the epicenter of all of this, but there's Bing, Yahoo, 411, Yellow Pages, and all of these directory and listing services that exist inside of the market that will allow you to increase the number of citations that you have to ultimately direct back to your business website, which is also a feature that's on your Google My Business post, right? Does all of this information align with your technical SEO? Does it align with your keyword implementation? Does it align with your location pages? Does it align with the geo content, the embedded maps, the geotagged images? Does it align with your schema markup? Is it all aligned on that website? Is it all optimized to actually work with your Google My Business listing in the first place? And this is what we have to focus on. This is what we have to pay attention to. And again, making sure that we're looking at smart keywords as we do this is going to be super valuable, right? So we'll use an example that's not really related, but it's like, we got pain management in Tucson or Tucson pain management. You change even the order of those words. Tucson pain management is only going to get 11 searches per month, whereas pain management in Tucson is going to get 210 searches on a monthly basis, right? That is a huge factor when it comes to generating more leads, because more leads, more traffic leads to more customer opportunities leads to more chances to convert them, more conversion leads to more sales leads to more revenue leads to more profit. And this is what we have to be smart with when it comes to actually doing this. So ensuring that the right keywords are in order is going to be vital to the success of your overall business. So you'll notice, for example, that if we do commercial construction in Arizona or commercial construction in Arizona, you're only going to get a volume of 10, right? Whereas the competition is going to be very high, 30, 32%. But maybe construction Arizona is going to be a 46. Your competition is going to be a 320,000 point factor. We have a difficulty of 47. Okay, that's a little bit more of a difficult keyword, but maybe we go after that. Or maybe we recognize that, okay, well, we're getting 10 here, we're getting 10 here, we're getting 10 here. Why don't we go after these 3 keywords where nobody's really competing that much and capture the low-hanging fruit that exists inside of the marketplace so that we could start optimizing your website specifically for those conversions. And what we do is we implement that inside of our Smart Local Keyword Plan. You've seen this already before. We end up adding that to a perfectly optimized page. We end up optimizing your directories perfectly. We do one-time on-site. It's a great SEO project to go in and take your website to that next level to grow your business and ensure that that Google My Business listing ends up growing. Now, how we create local reach by getting really specific into the citation networks is we get to add, actually, on average, we do about 10 of these citations a month, but what we're going to do is we're going to add, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of potential citations, finding out exactly where your competitors actually have their citations listing, doing a citation comparison, and registering them with these companies on a regular basis. We have a database of thousands of these, and we want to add more and more and more each month so that there's a consistent NAP citation. This is another strategy to grow your business inside of the Google My Business listing. You'll notice I haven't even talked about reviews yet. We're going to get to that in a second. But we want to make sure that we're actually creating all of these listings on an ongoing basis so that we can grow your citation network and rank you higher and higher and higher inside of that Google Map Pack. And this is exactly what brings it all together, right? We want to make sure that, okay, for pro remodeling, Corso Construction, Davis Kitchen, what we want to do is that we want to see that you'll notice that a lot of these guys have actually a strong citation ranking, right? It's rated on a scale of 0 to 100. There's a 49, 57, and 83, and a lot of these guys are going to have the opportunity inside of that network to take advantage of the citations, and they're going to place higher on the maps. They've already done a really good job with that, right? And we want to make sure that it's consistent across all of your databases. So we end up doing things for companies that, maybe we make sure that, okay, we got complete listings, incomplete listings, inconsistent listings. Do we have duplicate listings? Do we need to go in and clean things up to make sure that there's accuracy across all of your directories and your data aggregators? Making sure and monitoring that nothing's being duplicated, that it's all very consistent, that it's all very unison, all very uniform for the keywords that you want to rank for in the first place. Now, finally, that's when we start getting into reputation management and start winning the map pack itself, right? What we want to do is we want to do reputation management and heat map software, right? So basically what it allows you to do is it allows your team, so let's say a serviceman ends up going out, one of your technicians ends up going out to a client's job, they replace the countertop, or they end up replacing, maybe some handles inside of the cabinet, something along those lines. They finish the job, and the first thing they do is they go in and check into your customer's home. What that check-in is going to do is it's actually going to create a lead opportunity or a lead SMS that goes directly to your website that helps you build your business. Now, what this does is enhances your site, because those city pages or those area pages, if you're in a larger city, what that's going to do is it's going to enhance your site and grow your business, because you can start taking over all of those areas that your guys are going to, right? We can actually implement in smaller suburbs, we can actually implement check-in areas for each one of these pages so you guys can start generating more leads, customer opportunities, get more people through the door, and post that information directly to your website. Now, what this is also going to do is it's going to request a review from your clients, so that it ends up boosting up that ranking factor when it comes to the Google Map Pack, right? So now we have this integrated directly into your website. We have reputation management software that's integrated directly into your website, and we're using a reputation manager to actually capture information from your clients. So what that'll do is it'll rate, your customer experience on a scale of 1 to 10, and anything that's less than an 8, it's actually going to say, hey, what could we have done better for you? That information is going to be forwarded off to directly whoever you want to forward it off to, in case they're not having a good experience with one of your technicians, and ultimately growing your business that way. What it prevents is it prevents bad reviews and gives you the opportunity to appease your customers and let them know that, hey, maybe your technicians aren't doing the best job possible, or maybe you want an honest review. Maybe your customers aren't willing to approach you and say, hey, I'm really not happy with the work you've ended up doing. I'm really not happy with what you've done. It gives them a platform to do that on. Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, if they've had a really great experience with you, we can push it to Google, we can push it to Facebook, we can push it to Yellow Pages, we can push it to 411, we can push it to Bing, so that we can grow those reviews, we can grow that listing opportunity, and ultimately grow your business through the map pack, grow the organic listings, and take advantage of the traffic opportunities that already exist inside of your business. Now, like I said, basically what your team can do is they check in every time they serve a customer. Check-ins describe what they did, why it was great, include a photo or videos. Check-in get dropped where the customer came from and where the prospects are. What it does is it gives your website better ranking at the local level in all of the cities and your neighborhoods that matter most. All of your website visitors can actually start a live conversation with your team through text message, so you can actually close leads without delay. It's one of those pieces of software that'll actually sit as a little box on your website there, give you the opportunity to manage that from there. It'll help you build your business because it'll rank better for things locally, all of the areas that you serve. Helps you drive fans with richer social media, drive more traffic, better qualified leads, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it enhances your site, right? So what it'll do is it'll actually improve your city pages on your website, show every review, every check-in, every photo, every video, and it's going to actually post that on your site, and you can use it to boost your social media through reviews, photos, videos, check-ins. The sky is the limits when it comes to this. We can use it for Google My Business, Facebook, LinkedIn, and really get this software integrated on a full suite basis for your business, but you need some sort of reputation management software that works for that. Now, what it can also do, and finally, we already talked about this, it's going to secure your reviews for your customers, right? Scale of 1 to 10. How did we do? So that you can start taking advantage of all of those opportunities. And finally, what we want to do after everything is said and done, after it's all put together, all of that research and all of those tools, we want to dominate the map pack with pay-per-click advertising. We want to implement pay-per-click advertising inside of your business so that we can grow it right away. Get it going right out of the gate, get it started to make money. Bang, you start getting results. Your website's in place, your reputation management software is in place, your ranking software is in place, your Google My Business is in place. Everything is communicating exceptionally well. Now we want to start driving traffic using Google pay-per-click ads. Now we want to start owning that listing, and that's when we have a conversation with you and we say, hey, it's time to add Google pay-per-click ads to this. The entire thing is set up. How much did you want to put in there? If you want to do this yourself, please go ahead and do this yourself. This is the method that we end up using to really grow your business, right? Now, obviously, we're going to be talking to you about a few different things, but I wanted to share with you guys an interesting opportunity and give you a free gift for sitting through this video, having a conversation with me. Average cost to hire a certified OMCP, like online certified digital marketing professional in-house. You know, for a new marketer, it's going to be about $20 an hour. That's what I pay my staff. An expert digital marketer like myself is going to be $65 to $100 an hour, depending on the skill level, the city, the location, the economics of the situation. A lot of the insurances, the employment insurances, we call it CPPI, WCB in Canada, is $500 a month. Cost of your software is going to be about $1,400 a month. Cost of your ads is going to be another $1,500 a month, right? So you're going to be spending $6,800 to $14,666 a month, depending on the experience of the marketer that you actually have working for you. And we want to do that at a fraction of the cost for your business. Now, there are a lot of places out there that do digital marketing, and they do generalized digital marketing, but we really like to obviously niche in, and we've absolutely figured out what it takes to grow your remodeling business, to grow you to that next level of business. And what we do is we offer website design and limited change orders. There's no hidden fees with that. It's part of your monthly packages. 100% satisfaction guarantee on your website. You got payment plans, Google certified partners, first page of Google guaranteed, full suite SEO, marketing automation, call tracking software, artificial intelligence, in-house development, and yes, in-house development. You'll notice behind me, I've let my people run off for the day. I gave them a half a day today because I wanted to record this opportunity here. But we do all of your analytics and reporting. We give you a free marketing analysis on request, the ability to calculate your ROI on all of your campaigns, do a competitive analysis, and there's no hidden contract stipulations. Everything is crystal clear and upfront. But what I want to give you as a free gift is actually going to be a market research package. So not only are you going to be able to invest in our agency at a fraction of the cost, but we're not even going to bother talking to you about cost until we've delivered you a market research package and showed you for your area where that low-hanging fruit exists right out of the gate, right? What that means is that we're going to do all of the keyword research for you. We're going to audit your existing website. We're going to do a spy report on your competitors. We're going to give you a step-by-step internet marketing guide. We're going to give you a swipe file so that you can start growing your business the right way. We're going to give you all of this information at absolutely no charge. Absolutely no charge. If you go ahead and register with us today, get set up, get ready to rock and roll. It's going to be a free half-hour consultation with one of my marketing professionals so that you can start growing your business to the insane heights that you deserve using many of the strategies that we have. We're going to create an all-inclusive session for you. Again, go ahead, give my office a quick phone call or opt in for the lead, opt in for the opportunity there so that we can start booking that opportunity with you today so that you can start dominating the market, so that you can live the dream you want to dream, so you can grow your revenue and grow your business. I look forward to chatting with you soon.